Hi, so today we're going to be looking at Leetcode problem number 1. This is marked as easy and it's called choose sum. So let's take a look at the prompt. Given an array of integers nums and an integer target, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. Example 1, nums, 2, 7, 11, 15, target 9, so this can be made by 2 plus 7, so our output is 0 and 1. That's because nums of 0 plus nums of 1 is equal 9. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. So there's two ways, right, that I can think of solving this. One way is brute force, right? So brute force methodology. So this would be 2 for loops where we would try every single element. And basically just see what combination works, right? So this would be something like 4 and then another 4 within there, and then would simply take a look at the nums, right? At the sum. So nums at I plus nums at j, right? So that's one. Other way is we could simply store. So this is maybe a smarter way, smart solution. This would be store every element in a dictionary and do a lookup for the element that would sum to the target. So the nice thing about this is that this would be O(n), and the brute force solution would be O(n) squared, right? O(n) squared. And the reason it's O(n) squared is because we have to go through every number twice, right? Whereas the smart solution, we only have to do that lookup once. So let's go ahead and let's code the smart solution. So how would that look? So first thing is we have to start with this dictionary. I'll just call it lookup, and this would be a dictionary of where my key is the actual number that I'll be looking at, and my value would be the index. So this is how we would code that for I in range len at nums, right? Cool. So now we need to look at every single element within nums and find the element that would sum to the target. And then from that element that would sum to the target, we can simply look it up within our lookup dictionary. And if it's there, great, that element exists. If not, then we have to move on, right? So how would we look at that? So for I in range len nums, same thing as before. Reason we're going to be iterating by indices here instead of by element is that what we need to return is the index. It's not the actual elements, it's the index. If we needed to return the actual elements, we could simply do a for each loop within the nums list. So now we're gonna check out nums needed, which is gonna be, well, it's just gonna be target minus nums at I. Now we need to see if the needed number is within our lookup or not. So num needed in lookup. And there's another check that we want to do. If lookup num needed, so this is the index of the needed number, has to be different than the index that we're looking at. The reason for that is you may not use the same element twice, right? That's that statement that requires this condition. Otherwise, we could be returning the same element twice. So if this is true, then what do we return? Well, we're going to return the two indices. So that's going to be I and lookup at num needed, right? Lookup at num needed. Cool, let's run this. Let's see if it works as expected. Awesome, so all first three cases work. Let's submit, see if we pass. And yes, just accepted. Well, thank you for watching.